Hey man, welcome back to Man Time. Today's episode, we're going to be taking my custom CZ457 26-inch Lilja barrel Oryx chassis out to 100 yards with two ammos, Eley high velocity hollow and SK rifle match, and I'll tell you why in just a second. Welcome to Man Time. Okay, so in last week's video, you probably saw this gun not shoot as good as my stock factory CZ457 MTR. And I've been racking my brain about this, right? I'm like, there's no way I just spent this much money on a gun, and the stock gun that you can get at the store is out shooting it, you know? All this time, all this effort. I mean, it's fun, you know, it's not really time or effort lost, but what happened was it shot a 1.5 inch group with the same ammo that my MTR shot a 1 inch group at 100 yards with. And so I couldn't figure it out. I ended up getting some SK rifle match, and I reset the headspace because the headspace at 40 thousandths, I wasn't able to actually close the bolt on SK, and there was some other ammo that it wouldn't really close on either. So I'd basically been shooting, you know, club, match, and team, which is pretty expensive, and I wanted to kind of open up my range of things, and it just kept like not being a consistent rifle, no matter what ammo I used, until I went through about a box and a half of Eley high velocity at long range at about 300 yards. All of a sudden, like, I was putting them in like 8 out of 10 on a 4-inch target at 300 yards. I was like, what happened? You know, and during that break-in process, the first 100 rounds, you know, I bore mopped it a couple times, you know, of course cleaned it factory new, and then I would put a couple 100 rounds on it, bore mop it again, couple 100 rounds on it, and I think I did like a full cleaning, you know, I ran patches down it, and just about 200 rounds ago, I put that box and a half, you know, 75 rounds of high velocity, and all of a sudden the SK started shooting good, and the club started shooting good. And I know a lot of people don't believe in breaking in a new barrel, but I think it broke in at about 500 rounds, which I've, you know, seen with other 22s, breaking in right about 500 rounds. But I think what sparked it was the high velocity stuff. It just kind of made that break-in process go a little bit quicker, because I think this barrel is going to be harder to break in if you believe in breaking in a barrel. But anyways, what we're going to do, 4 5-round groups with each ammo type. I'm going to start with the SK rifle match. I did get a chronograph, so I've got some numbers on this one. This is averaging, this lot here is averaging 1050 velocity, with a standard deviation of about 8, and the high velocity is averaging 1250 with a standard deviation of about 14. So no way the high velocity should shoot better than the match, but at 100 yards, I think that higher velocity is going to give us a pretty good chance. So let's get shooting. Alright, man. Well, this isn't meant to prove or disprove anything. I just thought I was feeling something with the rifle coming around. And then I put 5 shots down there, and it was not good. So I took the bore mop, and I cleaned up the rifle pretty good here. And then I shot 5 shots down there, and it still doesn't look good. So I don't know what's going on. But we're going to do the test anyway, and if it shoots bad, it shoots bad. If it shoots good, it shoots good. So I've got the camera down there. We'll get that playing right up here, and we'll get 5 siders down there. I've got a dirty bird just to the right of the target, so let's go ahead and put down 5 shots on that one. Man, I love these 100-round tests. Good for the cardio. Yeah, I mean, I think that's as good as it gets. We got one high, we got one low. Okay, next. Wow. Yeah. So another ammo this gun doesn't like, but there again, it did seem like it was coming around out there at 300 yards and 350 yards even. Yeah, I got 2 drop down from that last one. And one up high next to the other 2. Okay, last 5. Okay, well that last one looked pretty good. I didn't see anything fall out or drop out or fly anywhere weird, so let's move on to the Eley High Velocity. All right, man. Well, I think we are ready for the Eley High Velocity. And by the way, these are hollow points, 38 grain, and these are cooking. Like I said, 200 feet per second faster than the SK. And the reason I'm doing this test, I thought this rifle might be really good with lower velocity stuff. And the reason I have this high velocity stuff, my MTR was shooting it really good out at distance. And I was like, you know what, let me just try it. And it's just, I don't know, starting to come around. So let's do our 5-siders. I already did 5, so this will be 10 that aren't going to count for the groups, just like the rifle match. Let's go. I'm going to do that Dirty Bird just below the ones that I was shooting with the SK. Man, knocking a hole through that through that Dirty Bird. Oh, this heat. I forgot to mention the weather today, 90 and 80% humidity, rain this morning. Really, really lovely. I'm running down there and back, 100 yards, 4 times 5, 6 total. If you would, give this video a thumbs up and subscribe if you would, please. But let's see how this high velocity... Say what now? Man, that's looking like a couple of pretty good groups down there. That first one was lights out. Okay, so, interesting. Let's keep going. Man, this is pretty cool. I I watched one of Pursuit of Accuracy's videos on velocities and how that affects accuracy. And I mean, I don't know what's going on here. Let's keep going. Man, that's some of the best consistency I've seen at distance out of this rifle so far. The barrel heating up a little bit more than it normally does with the SK Club or any of the Eley brand stuff, except, high velocity, obviously. So let's get those measured up. Let's take a close look, and then we'll talk about it a little bit. But that's pretty cool. Okay, man, here we go. SK rifle match. First 5-round group was a 1.84, then we got a 1.68, 1.16, and a 1.36 for an average of 1.51. Ugh, worse than the club did. All right, let's start at the bottom here. So this last group came in really good. That might be the best 100-yard group I think I've ever recorded, like on paper and measured. 0.76, 1.12, 1.32, ended off with a 0.87 and an average of 1.01. An MOA. Alright, man. Well, what does all of this mean? I will let you draw your own conclusions. But I watched a Pursuit of Accuracy video, and it was from many years ago, probably like 4 years ago, where he's talking about the speed of the bullet does not affect the accuracy. And in fact, in that video, he showed a lower velocity bullet outperforming a high velocity bullet. Now, I think my determination is going to be that the barrels are it's proven, right, that barrel harmonics affect the accuracy, and I think that's what's going on here. I thought for a while this might be liking lower velocity stuff. That's why I changed the headspace to try this SK, as SK stuff is usually 1050 or below sometimes, where Eley stuff, the team club match, is going to be like 1100, 1075, 1080, you know, stuff like that is typically where you're going to see it. So, you know, I tried it and it wasn't shooting SK well. I mean, like it's showing here. And for some reason, yeah, I tried the high velocity stuff through there and it seemed to work really well. So I think I'm going to be looking for higher velocity stuff. Because in this case, so I did get a chronograph. I ended up doing that because I bought one of those packs from Kilos Sporting Goods, or whatever the deal where you can lot test your own ammo. So I ended up getting a chronograph and figured out that the standard deviation on the match was like 8, where the standard deviation on the high velocity hollow points was like 14. So in this instance, based on the numbers, the high velocity stuff shouldn't be shooting better, but it just is. So I'll let you draw your own conclusions down there in the comments if you would. Why do you think it shot the high velocity stuff better than the SK rifle match, or the club, or the match that my other rifle shot a 1 MOA with? So yeah, so far I don't know. I think it's just the high velocity, but I'd love to hear your thoughts down there in the comments. Anyways, that's going to do it for today on Man Time. If you like this type of stuff, make sure to give it a thumbs up. If you would, please subscribe. But whatever you do, get out there, have you some man time too.